guess what we want to do in part is just set the record straight. These were two good kids. And when I say good, I mean good. They have done everything that we've asked them to do in terms of go to school, work hard, do the right thing, and good things will happen to you. And it's that part that's so difficult for us to deal with, because they've done all that we've asked them to do. And then this happens. And so we don't know what we should do at this point. We do know that we live in America and we're a system of laws, and that we hope that justice will prevail. You've heard accounts about a brawl in a bar. They had nothing to do with that. The truth of the matter is that they were sitting outside in the car waiting for the last party to come and get in the car, and they were leaving. A police officer tapped on the window. They thought they were being asked to move as they were parked outside in a fire lane, and they left. The next thing they know, there's a police officer jumping from behind a car with his gun drawn, and he starts shooting. At one point, the officer is on the hood of the car, shooting down into the car. My heart goes out to my friends, the Henrys. They lost their oldest, their first child. Him, like Brandon, exemplary children. You couldn't ask for more. And because of that, we grieve. America should grieve. I hope that as the days go by and the investigation takes place, that people will see that these are not kids that should be villainized. These are good kids, wholesome kids, have done well in school, no criminal records, they don't get in trouble, they don't do drugs, they work hard and they play football, and they expect at some point to make a positive contribution in life. That's how we raised them, and that's what we were hoping for.
So
Thank you.
Are you saying that the cop was not on the car until after the shots were fired?
I'm saying that as they were leaving, a police officer jumped in front of the car with his weapon drawn, pointed at the car, and started shooting. And eventually that officer was on the car with his gun at the windshield, pointing into the car. Probably the most difficult thing for us is that when you think about it, this is America. That kind of thing shouldn't happen here. And to handcuff DJ after he's been shot, and to lay him on the ground face down, bleeding, and to be left there like some wild, wounded animal on the side of the road without medical attention. That just shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. We're shocked. DJ was shocked. DJ's last word to Brandon was, "They shot me, they shot me, they shot me." I mean, this is America. You don't expect. I believe Dan Roy Henry, DJ's dad, spoke with someone in the police department, and he felt confident that they would do a thorough investigation. We would not allow Brandon to make a statement that night because we didn't have legal counsel. It was in the middle of the night, and we had no attorney there with us, so we did not allow him to make a statement. We told him as soon as we got an attorney, we would allow him to make a statement. But no one's called us. No one has reached out to us and asked us anything.
The police have not yet since then called you back to ask for a statement?
No one has contacted us. When we left, my wife gave them numerous numbers. If they wanted to, they could get in touch. They have our home, they have our cell numbers. The hospital has that information. No one has called us and reached out to us to tell us anything about any investigation. Well, we're fortunate to still have Brandon with us. You can call it a graze if you want to. He was hit on, is it the left arm? He was hit on the left arm. I saw the wound. It doesn't look like a graze. It's about 1.5 inches long. It's very deep. It's a big hole in the middle. Brandon was shot. If it weren't for him curling up and trying to move towards the window, we would have had 2 dead people. It's only inches from his heart.
I mean, none of us deserved anything that happened that night, and DJ was my best friend. We were very close. We spent all our summers together. We worked out together. We got ready for football together. We laughed. We rejoiced together. Right now, I'm just devastated at the loss of my friend. My heart goes out to his family, and I also know that it also could have been me that night. I was fortunate enough to make it through. I mean, I was shot, but I wasn't wounded like he was, and luckily I made it out. But he was just a great person. He was always a great friend to me. Anytime I needed anything, he was there for me. He was the type of kid that he would take his shirt off his back for you, and that's what he did for me, along with his family. They were always there for me. A couple years back, we had a fire here. They opened their house to me. They let me live with them. They were just the type of people that do not deserve anything like this. We did not deserve anything that night that happened to us, and I am heartbroken. And we won't rest until we get justice for DJ.
Some of his friends say that he was the designated driver that night and did not drink. Can you confirm that?
I can't really speak too much on the events of that night without legal representation. In my heart, I feel that what went on that night, it didn't need to come to that. Whether we were trying to drive away or not, no, there was no need for any of that to happen. And I do feel that we were victimized in that my friend's life was taken for no reason.
I just want to say one other thing, maybe one last thing, that I think there are a lot of people in America who tend to, when these things happen, their faith in the system is shaken. And I'm hoping that something good will come out of this, and that as a result of this whole thing, that we'll start to look again at law enforcement and how human beings should be treated. And especially when you deal with good kids who do everything that you ask them to do. They weren't gangbangers. They didn't hang out in the streets. They were the good kids that did exactly what we asked them to do. And how this happened, I'm only saying that he was cuffed as he was on the ground. I can't speak to how long. I know he was there for an extended period of time. As far as when they removed the handcuffs, I couldn't tell you that. Well, Brandon knew, because DJ said, they shot me, they shot me, they shot me.
If it wasn't evident by looking at him, it was evident by hearing him speak. He yelled it several times as they were pulling him out of the vehicle. There was no way that they should not have known.
Do you know how long it was before he got medical attention?
It was an extended period of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And meanwhile, the police officer was being tended to. He was vocal, conversing. DJ was the one that needed the help.